All right, I want to talk about something that is so important and so hard when you're working in tech. This happens all the time, and it happens to me every single day. And that is about giving your team the benefit of the doubt. And when you're a no tech person working on a technical project, it can be so overwhelming and stressful and scary that it's very easy to respond with impatience and anger and frustration when you think something isn't going right. And I relate to this, like I said, 100% in a previous video. I am not a tech person. Like I said, I've run a tech team for 6 years. However, there is not a day that goes by where I am checking on a project or reviewing something and I'm like, oh my God, that's not what I wanted, or oh my God, this is taking so long, or just like and it's me. It's not them, it's me. And so it happens all the time where I'll have my team, I'll like check in on something. You know what happened yesterday? Where I was asking one of my developers, okay, hey, where are we at with this and that and this? And he told me, and I was like, oh my God, he's doing it wrong. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And I'm starting to freak out in my head, like that's not what I asked for. And oh my God. And before, my instinct would have been to lash out and blame and criticize. And why did you do it like that? I didn't tell you to do it like that. And why? Oh my God, oh my God. And just letting that thought come out on my team. And it's only been because I put my foot in my mouth so many times that I've learned to stop before I ever communicate that to my team. So what happened is again, we were just working on this project. There was some instructions that I'd given that I thought were not being followed properly. And again, the gut instinct is to react and blame and criticize. Like that's the first reaction, like from everybody. That's always happens. However, I have learned to stop and clarify and say, okay, so I got on the phone with the developer and I said, hey, so can you just tell me a little bit more about where we are with this project? In my head, I'm kind of screaming. I'm like, oh my God. But it's like, and so he's like, oh yeah, well, we were going to do it like that. However, the hosting company blocked that functionality, so we did it like this instead. And our workaround is going to be to do this. And through his workaround, we will be 100% able to accomplish the goal. But I didn't know there was a problem with the hosting company. I didn't know that. I just assumed he didn't listen. He wasn't paying attention. He wasn't doing his job. He was, and it was, I was wrong. And that happens 99% of the time when I think my team is doing something wrong. I am the one who's wrong. And this is again based on the assumption you have a good team. If you have a team that is not good and they are incompetent, then it might be possible that technical issues could be their fault. However, in most cases, when you're working with a team of really smart people and they know what they're doing, it is best to give the benefit of the doubt before going on attack. We've had clients all the time, like, sorry, not all the time. We've had a few clients who their instinct is to blame and yell, and that's not what I asked for, and why didn't you do it like this, and why did you build it like that, and we had a situation with a client, and she was really upset that we built something wrong, and we showed her the mock-up that she sent us, and we built it to spec. It was right, but she had forgotten that she'd requested those changes, and she was furious, and that we had not followed her instructions. And when she realized that we had followed her instructions, she was, obviously felt really bad. And so it's normal to have that reaction. I'm not saying that it's not normal, but where you're going to get the best out of your web team is your web team is working with you. So you want to keep them on board. You want to keep them on your side. You want to keep them invested. And how you keep them engaged and moving forward is by showing respect and trusting your team. And if you can't trust your team, get a new team. Because if we feel like you don't trust us and you second guess us all the time and you're blaming, and we're not going to stay involved. We're not going to stay invested. We're going to we're going to quit. And so if you want to keep your people close, give the benefit of the doubt. So this woman could have said, hey, I noticed the design is sort of, we're missing this section. Can you tell me a little bit about that? And inside she could have been screaming, like, instead of her verbally screaming the way she did, but, she could have been internally. And then we could have been like, yeah, hey, we're just following this mock-up that you had approved as of April the 15th or whatever. And she'd be like, oh, okay, that was my mistake. I sent you the wrong version. How much would it cost to have it rebuilt as per the June 15th version? Like that. And Yeah, the blaming is never going to work. So when you feel that rise up, that, oh, instead of letting that out, take a breath, think it through, communicate with respect and patience, holding the benefit of the doubt, get more information, and then communicate with kindness and courtesy. And no matter how you feel, and if this team is dropping the ball, don't keep them and don't fire them. Let them go. If you feel like, okay, there is incompetence here and you're giving the benefit of the doubt, but they're making mistakes, fire them by all means. Like they don't deserve to have that project. But make sure that you're not infuriating your client, because I'll tell you for sure, when we have a client like that, we don't want to work with you. We don't want to help. We don't want to stay invested. If you're going to keep blaming us for stuff, we're going to walk. And then you're going to be left without a web team. So it's a team effort. Respect goes both ways. We'll communicate to you with respect and patience. However, we expect the same. So the benefit is to give the benefit of the doubt. I'll see you in the next video.